Good morning, frienders. Well, it probably won't be morning when I'm posting this, but it's morning as I'm recording. It's 8:53 in the AM on good old December 4th, 2024, in case you were wondering. And, yeah, the Cardi Waffles channel is underway, and you know the saying, when one door closes, another door opens. The door opening is this channel, and the door closing is, unfortunately, XDefiant, a Ubisoft free-to-play shooter. 6v6 Call of Duty style. A lot of people will phrase it as Call of Duty. It's basically a alternate version of Call of Duty, to properly simplify it. Unfortunately, it's just been announced last night that it's getting shut down. Mark Rubin, the head, well, I don't exactly know what he's doing, but he's pretty much the head for XDefiant, and if Mark Rubin sounds familiar, it's probably because he's famous for this.
Here at Infinity Ward, we've had a great time crafting the new dog model. We've had dogs in Call of Duty before, but never like this. This is someone you care about.
Hi, doggy.
I'm sorry, every time Mark Rubin pops up, I can't fucking resist bringing up COD Ghost, but yeah, it's the same guy who was working on XDefiant, and he announced last night, he posted a tweet saying, "Hello XDefiant fans, I am unfortunately here to announce that XDefiant will be shutting down. Starting today," last night in my case, December 3rd, 2024, new downloads and player registrations will no longer be available. So if you've never downloaded XDefiant or played XDefiant, well, you're shit out of luck. You're never going to play this game ever in your life. But if you have played it before in the past, it says here, "We will still release our Season 3 content in the future, exact date TBD, and the servers will remain active until June 3rd, 2025. So, like I said, if you've already played the game, if you've already downloaded the game, and you get the itch to play XDefiant once more while you still can, you have until June 3rd, which is still quite a while away. So, it could be worse, it could be like in a month from now, or in a few days from now, which is usually the case when something gets announced that it is shutting down. So, we still got a few months ago, 7 months to go, and they're still going to be releasing the new content, which is all good. And I do see a lot of people, particularly in the COD community, constantly clowning on this game, saying, "Oh, this game is shite, COD's better," and, you know, fucking quote-unquote laughing at the COD killer thing. And a lot of people are probably clowning on fucking Mark Rubin and Ubisoft and shit. It's like, "Ah, XDefiant shutting down." This is not going to be one of those videos. I'm not going to be one of those people. This is honestly quite sad news to me for a multitude of reasons. Before I made this channel, I made a video on XDefiant, pretty much talking through it, and it was a long video. I went full on nitty gritty into the details, but what I said pretty much in a nutshell is that it was a very fun game. I enjoyed it, but it just lacked that oomph. You know, like the guns didn't really feel that impactful. The running, like, I don't want to say it was like a Temu Call of Duty. I don't want to just like say that in like a degrading fashion. It was still a very fun game, and I had a lot of fun with it, but Call of Duty felt like it had, you know, more kick to it. It felt more powerful, like the guns and stuff. And that was like the main takeaway that I did not like about XDefiant. It definitely felt like a lesser Call of Duty when it comes to like shooting and the movement and stuff, but it wasn't like so bad as like, "Oh my god, this is a joke, unplayable." Ugh. I still enjoyed the game for what it was, and yeah, I haven't played XDefiant in quite a while, I will admit, but that doesn't mean I think this is good news still. Even though I've been playing like Black Ops 6, really having a fun time with Black Ops 6, but I really do not like Activision. If I had the opportunity to shut down Activision myself, I had some like fucking God-given superpower, like, if you can shut, I don't know what I'm talking about. I want Activision dead, basically. Activision are fucking scum of the earth. And I know, Ubisoft are not that much better, I know. But the problem with XDefiant shutting down is that it gets rid of competition. It gets said over and over and over again, but the reason why it gets said over and over and over again is because there's a lot of dipshits who play team sports for fucking video game companies that don't understand why competition is important. Like, you get Xbox fanboys, you get PlayStation fanboys, you get a few Nintendrones here and there, and I really don't understand, like, if you're one of those people that are like ride or die on one specific thing. Like, I was about to say in everything, but maybe not everything, but in gaming in general, if you're like die hard for one specific company, I really don't understand why, because none of these like big corporations care, like, they don't care about you. They only care what's in your wallet. If you're making them money, they're happy. If you're not making them money, they think you're a knob and they want you to give them your money. That's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. So I honestly don't see this mentality of being rad or die for one specific thing and laughing when another one fails, because honestly, with XDefiant shutting down, this doesn't really help anyone. Because yes, like I said, XDefiant didn't feel as good as Call of Duty, doesn't mean I think the game should be shut down and gone completely. Because it was a live service game, obviously over time the game improves. They had more content, they could change some stuff. If the game was successful enough, they really had the opportunity to, you know, make guns more impactful, like I said. Maybe implement their own version of Omni Movement, like Black Ops 6's. Over time, they could have started competing with COD, and we could have neck and neck shooters. And obviously with competition, each game trying to outdo the other, that just wins for us players. We get better experiences because they're fighting to try and attract the more players. So I'm not going to sit here laughing at XDefiant's downfall. I was just hoping it could pick up and hopefully get better at competing with COD. Because, like I said, I fucking hate Activision, and the majority of stupid things that I hate about Call of Duty, I am 100% certain are Activision's doing. I hate COD HQ. I could rant about that for 30 years fucking straight. That's how bad that thing is. The fucking micro DLC, all the packs and stuff, like, even just from a cosmetic sense, I think they're fucking stupid. I hate them. They're corny. But more importantly, they're fucking expensive. 16 quid for an operator bundle is outrageous. If you're... I'm not going to go there, but way too fucking much for cosmetics. So if XDefiant came in and is doing the things that Call of Duty is not doing, that it should be doing, and XDefiant is doing the things that Call of Duty is not doing, that Call of Duty shouldn't be doing, but is doing, then that's only good for the players, because if the players kept playing XDefiant, more people would stop playing COD, and then Activision would be like, oh shit, and reverse some changes. But obviously, with XDefiant just not being as good, obviously, that just can't be the case. And now that we don't really have anything to compete with COD, because all these other shooters are practically different games, unless you talk about Battle Royale, but I'm talking like proper, like what XDefiant was, like Team Deathmatch, like Kill Confirmed, that type of stuff. There's not really any other game out there that's properly like that, that's successful, and every other shooter that's tried something like that has failed, or plays significantly different and has their own playbase. Like Halo. Halo has like 6v6 stuff, but that's not really Call of Duty. Call of Duty and Halo are different games. Battlefield, they have like Team Deathmatch and stuff. Or at least they used to. I don't know if they still have it now, but they had modes like that, and it wasn't successful in Battlefield because Battlefield is mainly because of this large scale fucking 64 massive map. That's where Battlefield excels. So when it has something like Team Deathmatch on smaller scale maps, it wasn't really successful. And then like you get stuff like Apex, fucking Rainbow Six Siege, they're all completely different games that have their own player bases. So there's nothing really competing with COD that can bring COD, well, I don't want to say to the next level, but maybe be less anti-consumer than it is currently. And even with XDefiant, if it managed to step up its game, we get an amazing game with XDefiant, even better game with COD, and fighting between the two, we just get two amazing games. We win at the end of the day, but like I said, unfortunately that's not happening. And the other main point why I don't like reading this news is in relation to game preservation. Game preservation has become a thing that I've been more aware of for like the past couple years now. Like before then, I didn't even think about it, but now that I'm aware of like all the dangers of like digital games only being licensed and stuff, and online only stuff, like I'm proper in the know-it-all, and that's one of the big concerning factors when it comes to me buying games. How is it gonna play like 10, 20 years from now? Like I'm 22. If nothing kills me, I've got a long ways to go, and I play old shit all the time. So game preservation is important to me, because what if I get nostalgic over a game that's come up now, and I want to play it in the future, and I fucking can't? Like, this shit is important. So what if I ever randomly get the itch to play XDefiant again? Obviously, after June 3rd, I can't. Now, I am definitely glad that with this decision, we've still got a long way to go. Like, still got 7 months to play the game. So if I ever get the itch in that time, like, I'm fully in the way of when it's going to shut down. I can still play the game now. I'm going to download the game after recording this, and you can probably see it right now in some B-roll. This is me playing the game after recording this. Just to show some gameplay, and the fact that I can still play it now, I'm happy with. And the fact that they're still going ahead with releasing Season 3 content that they've already made, that's great as well. So you still get some fresh experiences, so not leaving anything to waste. But the fact that this game is shutting down means that, of course, once the game shuts down, the game is gone for good. Ubisoft are not supporting it anymore, which is really bad. So what I am hoping, obviously Ubisoft won't be supporting it, but I'm really hoping that the community manage to grab hold of the files and stuff and maybe make like server browsers or make P2P connections, which obviously isn't as good as the dedicated servers provided by the company. I'm aware of that, but the issue with like online only games is that once a server shut down, like XDefiant in this case, the game's fucking gone. You can't access the game anymore, which is why I fucking hate that COD. Like, all these newer Call of Duty games are online only because you actually have to buy those games. And when they shut down, which they eventually will, I promise you, if they don't have any offline support, they're fucking gone. And when it comes to XDefiant, since it's a free-to-play game, it's not as big of a deal, because say with like COD or something, you have to buy the game. XDefiant was free-to-play, so it's not as bad, like, when it comes to financial reasons, unless you bought micro DLC, which a lot of it is getting refunded, thankfully. But still, all games, whether they are good or the worst dog shit in the world, they need to be preserved, because once they're gone, a part of gaming history is gone. Hell, Ubisoft themselves literally committed this sin when The Crew got shut down. The Crew was an online-only game. They axed it, they shut the servers down, and you can't play that game anymore. Even if you bought it, no matter what, it is gone. So it's left up to us, the community, to try and preserve these games, because these companies clearly don't care to preserve it. Ubisoft clearly doesn't care to preserve it. I don't understand why you don't want to keep the servers up and running forever, because if the game's not, making enough money and they're costing money to run these servers, I understand why they take like shit down. Like, it happens all the time. I at least want them to implement like a server browser or an offline bot mode, like you can at least play multiplayer with bots or something. Like, something to at least make this game accessible. You don't have to like charge for microtransactions and shit, and you don't have to constantly run servers that's costing you money, but we could at least have the game like there. So if anyone wants to play XDefiant beyond June 3rd, like whether it's against bots or implement a server browser like Plutonium for all the COD games like Black Ops 2 and stuff, I'd love to see something like that. I don't know if it's possible to do that, but I really think something should be done to at least preserve XDefiant and say, hey, remember that game? Like, it didn't last long, but it was fun for what it was. And yeah, I might randomly get an itch to play XDefiant here and there. And even better, if they manage to make a server browser and stuff for this game, maybe the community could make this into their own game and make this be a fucking PC juggernaut. Who knows? So, yeah, if we manage to preserve this game, maybe something amazing could come out of it. But one thing that is definite is that Ubisoft themselves are officially shutting down the game. So, yeah, and that'll be that, which is a shame, because I enjoyed XDefiant, and I really, even though I wasn't playing it consistently after its initial launch, I never wanted to see this game, like, be deceased and just completely shut away. Like I said, competition is good for gaming, and without it, everything fucking falls apart. And yeah, seeing this news doesn't make me happy. It definitely upsets me, but yeah, if you want to play XDefiant, if you haven't played it before, then like I said, you're out of luck, unfortunately. But if you have played it before and you want to play it again, while you still can, you have until June 3rd, 2025. And if you're watching this after that date, then it's probably, unless the community does something about it, if they can, then yeah, the game is gone and will never be touched ever again. Which is a shame. And I might make a video about game preservation in the future, because it really is a very big thing for me when it comes to video games nowadays, which is an issue that isn't talked about enough. So yeah, XDefiant is gone, and not a good day. It is not a good day, but it is what it is. So anyway, yeah, that is the update on XDefiant, and if you like the video, of course, do the like thing, do the comment thing. I hate doing casual YouTube outros because it just sounds so obnoxious, but yeah, do all the shit, like, comment, subscribe, fucking finger my bumhole, I don't know. I need to end the video. You all have a good day. See you all later.